What's up, everybody? Let's get into it. Episode 7 of Season 5 of Samurai Jack that was out last week. Man, this show has put together a string of really good episodes, and I am so looking forward to episodes 8, 9, and 10. That's going to be wrapping up the series. But let's get into episode 7. So this starts off with a flashback to how Jack lost his sword. We saw a little flashback of that earlier in the season, but we get to see in more detail sort of why he became unworthy of the sword seems to actually be what was happening there. Really good scene. It was like a classic Aku versus Jack fight from the original series, but we got the added twist of Jack jumping into a portal, and so he basically jumps in, he's like halfway down, and Aku pulls him back out. He pulled him back out of going to the past. That was crazy. So that was cool to see that Jack was basically there, and Aku still got him out before he could make it home. So what made Jack unworthy of the sword, basically, this is kind of like Mjolnir with Thor, almost feels like. There are these two or three little rams that were following Jack up this mountain where the portal was, and Aku turns them into these giant beasts that Jack is fighting, and Jack kills these. Well, he gets really pissed off and kills these beasts after he's pulled out of the portal. So he's like snapping and kills these giant beasts that used to be these little rams, of course. So after he kills them, they turn back into these little baby rams, and they're dead. They're all bloody, and it shows the blood coming from the head and everything. And Jack is disgusted with himself and drops the sword, and that's when it falls down that big cavern, or whatever that is. So yeah, that was another heart-wrenching scene from the show, which has been doing a lot of that this season and working to a really good effect. So Oishi in this episode is just becoming more and more and more badass. Oishi fights an entire army who's trying to kill Jack up that mountain. She beats their freaking ass and kills all of them, I think. Man, it was, and it was also pretty funny too. There's a couple funny moments interacting with that group that was trying to kill Jack. But Oishi is a badass, man. She just all and out killed him, did what she had to do to protect Jack, which really also shows the emotional connection between those two, which is cool that she's the only defense between these people and Jack, and she's the only one stopping them. So it's a big sacrifice for her, and I love that she's come around to being this great good guy now, and the biggest ally of Jack. I love it. I can't wait to see how she interacts with the ghost of the Scotsman. That's going to be interesting to see. I'm looking forward to seeing how that relationship plays out. So Jack is meditating at this point, and he's trying to become worthy of the sword again after he realizes that's why he lost it. So he sort of goes on this inner journey spiritually and encounters several entities. He tries to make tea, and it tastes bad to the guy he gives it to because it has all the right ingredients, he says, but it's unbalanced. And then that version of Jack that we've seen, face to face with him before, the blue, version of him or whatever, who's sort of the scared version of him, comes out, and they face off basically, which is cool to see. So that's pretty awesome to see Jack interact with himself, and it's that inner battle that is projected outward, and we get to see him overcome that. And once he does, oh boy, once he does, we get to see those three gods who gave Jack's dad the sword appear in front of him, and they give him the sword back, and it's a great full circle moment tying back to the Birth of Evil, which is my top one Samurai Jack episode, my favorite episode from there, which is a two-parter, I think. But it is great just to see that callback, and the sword is like glowing blue again, just like in that last episode. So when he comes out of that state, he's turned back into the classic Samurai Jack. He has the gi on, he has his hair tied up, he's clean shaven, and he is ready to go after Aku. I mean, now they ask what's next, Oishi does, and he says we go after Aku. And that just builds up the tension so much more to seeing that final battle. And there's only 3 episodes left, only 3 left. It's got to be a big finale, which I'm really looking forward to. Also, while Jack was in that meditation mode, Oishi fights off her mother. I don't know what you want to call her, Mother Aku, the mother of the daughters of Aku. She comes out and tries to kill Jack, and Oishi has to kill her own mother, I'm not sure. I can't remember if she was the one who gave birth to her or not, or just trained her. But But yeah, like that was a really good fight, and that was sort of the last purging of her darkness, I felt like. So that was really cool to see those two finally square off. So Jack never gets to fight unless she comes back. I don't know, maybe. Never gets to fight the mother of the daughters of Aku, but I'm glad I actually got to take her out if that is indeed the last time we see her. But yeah, they're going after Aku next. I'm really excited to see the last 3 episodes. I hope you are too. I'm going to have the last 3 episodes go up, reviews of those episodes, and then I'm going to do a whole season 5 review, I think, because that needs to be talked about, maybe a longer video. Maybe I'll have a guest on or something to interact with. But I'm already excited to talk about the whole thing. So we'll get to that once the show finishes with its 10th episode. But are you excited for episodes 8, 9, and 10? Because I am unbelievably hyped to see where the show is going and how it's going to end. Give me some theories in the comments. And no spoilers. If you've seen something and you know how it's going to end, don't point that. But what is your interpretation? What do you think is going to happen? How is Jack going to get back to the past? Let me know in the comments below, and we will discuss it. Thank you guys for watching so much. Also, make sure you go over to Channel Awesome and check out the top 5 best Ridley Scott movies, which is going to go up on Tuesday. Top 5 worst Ridley Scott movies will be going up the week after. Also, I put up a review of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. You might want to check that out. I have some interesting opinions on that movie. The first one is one of my favorite superhero movies ever. Nearly a perfect movie for me, so I was really looking forward to this sequel, so go ahead and check out my thoughts on that. Also, because I have 3,000 followers on Twitter, thank you guys for following me. If you haven't, it's at awesome_Walter on Twitter. I put up a poll for you guys to vote on how to celebrate, and you guys voted for a Q&A from Zach Steiner. So that's up on here as well. You guys asked him the questions, Zach gave you the answers, so go ahead and check that out. A lot of new content went up on here just within the last couple of days, so I hope you check that all out. And I'll see you guys next week on the Samurai Jack review, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching.